Creative Brain Candy by creators for creators.
This is what I hate. Strangers. Do you say hi or do you blow their heads off? Do they want to share what they got or take what you have? And if they want to take, how far are you willing to go to stop them, damn it? All right, that's far enough. We don't want any trouble.
Me neither, mister.
What are you?
Carrier 18, U.S. Postal Service. Got any mail?
That's impossible.
Ain't you heard of the Postman?
No. Tell us.
He's only the greatest man who ever lived. He crossed the wasteland, shook his fist at the enemy, and spit in the eye of General Bethlehem himself. He's back east with President Starkey right now.
Who told you all this?
Postmaster Ford Lincoln Mercury. He's in direct contact with the restored Congress.
Direct contact? What? I don't believe this.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to Smoking and Drinking in Space. This is a sci-fi podcast from a couple guys who think they know sci-fi. And this week, we reviewed Dances with Wolves 2 Electric Boogaloo, starring Kevin Costner and Kevin Costner's statue. It's 1997's The Postman. But first, he's the guy who doesn't believe in the postman, but puts a letter under his pillow just in case. To my guy who leads a settlement purely through his celebrity, it's James. How are you doing, James?
You're not Tom Petty.
I could be.
And even if you were Tom Petty, like I'm already disappointed in Tom Petty. Like, he's not a great actor. He's not as famous as everyone thinks he is. He's very overrated as a musician.
Whatever. You're so wrong.
So, you know.
No, Tom Petty is awesome.
Whatever.
And he's the guy who changed his name based on a sign on a wrecked out car dealership because he dreams of driving someday. It's Rob. How you doing, Rob?
I'm doing pretty good. My name is Lincoln Ford Mercury Jeep Jr.
Okay. James,
God,
what's
you're such
happening
an idiot.
around CBC this week?
What's going on around CBC this week? You're going to want to go over to simplystogies.com and you're going to want to take a little listen to the new episode that drops on May 1st. May 1st, there's going to be a giveaway. You listen to that episode. At the end of that episode, you leave a comment, and you can win an ashtray by this great company called GSTN Cigars, or Gaston Cigar. They make these great ashtrays. He gifted me one. It's going to be a custom ashtray, the Wade versus Evans, which is it's an homage to 310 to Yuma, the movie. But it's a fantastic ashtray. You can go to the Simply Stogies Instagram account and check out what it looks like there. It is literally fire. Ask Rob. He's seen it. Rob, it's fire, right?
Fire. Not just fire, but fire emoji.
Fire emoji. So make sure you check that episode out. It was a great time. Tim and I took a little excursion to Omaha and Lincoln this weekend. We had a great time at Capital Cigars. We had a great time at Safari Cigars. So check out all the great content, simplystogies.com. Reviews, articles, news, podcasting, YouTube videos. We do a little bit of everything, and we do it slightly better than Rob does everything else. So check it out, simplystogies.com. And that's really all that's going on around CBC this week, Jason.
Perfect. Rob, you got any news for us this week?
Yeah, I've got some news. First bit of news is that the Hawkeye production has officially wrapped.
Oh, yeah. I forgot they were even going to do a movie for Hawkeye.
Yeah. So
wait, it's a movie? It's not a show?
No, it's a show. It's a Disney Plus show.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. It's a series on Disney Plus, Hawkeye. I think, if I remember correctly, I think it's going to be somewhere in the 10 episode range. So,
so it's not going to be It's not going to be the 6 episode range that we got from Falcon Winter Soldier.
Right. So we can expect about
30-minute
minutes.
episodes?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, because Feige has confirmed that, it's most of these shows are going to either be 6 or 10, and about 6 hours long in total. So depending on how many episodes,
That's so stupid. That's just
give you
dumb.
an idea. Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah. Whatever.
30-minute episodes? Is that what you're calling dumb?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, this seems like it's going to be an action-forward series and something that they're going to do like seasonal, unlike what they're going to do with WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
I don't know if this is gonna. Well, I don't know if they're gonna do another Hawkeye. Because I'm glad you brought that up. It kind of rolls into the next one. Marvel reportedly is developing a Dark Avengers versus Thunderbolts project. It seems that way because they've introduced Contessa Valentina Allegra de la Fontaine.
Oh, you mean Madam Hydra?
Madam Hydra, yeah. They've also introduced Tommy and Billy Maximoff, Kate Bishop, America Chavez, Casey Lang, and Elijah Bradley, which are all part of that Young Avengers cast. So it looks like Young Avengers is coming. But with the whole Madam Hydra and all that, it looks like they're doing the Thunderbolts and the Dark Avengers potentially. That'd be kind of interesting, I guess.
They're also doing a Captain America movie, apparently, and they're trying to get the showrunner from Falcon Winter Soldier to do the new Captain America movie, which will deal with everything that fucking Falcon and Winter Soldier just dealt with. Black Captain America. Why do we have to have a full feature film on it? We just had 6 episodes.
Right. Well, I'm hoping if they do that, it's more in terms of like he's already been, established for a while. And they're just going to move forward and not, try to shove BML down our throats.
Am I the only one that thought
sorry?
BLM? I had no problem with anything that they were really talking about. I didn't have a problem with the speech at the end. I thought, it's great. I think it's a great angle. A black man taking on the mantle of Captain America, which is a country that, we still have. There's race issues all over the place. I mean, right. I don't think I don't think anybody would dispute that. We may dispute the level to which it happens, but I don't think we would dispute that it does happen. But here's the thing. Why do we have to have it again in a feature film? Number one. Number two, am I the only one that thought that his
what makes you think they're going to rehash the same stuff in a feature film?
Well, no, they're going to rehash the same themes in a feature film.
Yeah, it's going to come up.
No, right. I don't know that.
At some point in time, it's going to come up. Yeah, it's going to. They're going to be like, they're going to bring up, you're a black Captain America, or something.
Why you got to be a bootlicker serving the man?
Yeah, something like that, right?
I don't know, but his outfit looked ridiculous.
All right,
I didn't.
I haven't watched it yet. That's what I'm doing right after this. I'll hold.
Jason, did you like his outfit?
I did. I thought it was good.
Really?
Yeah.
What was wrong with it? I guess I'm the only one. Apparently I'm the asshole. I'm the asshole. I don't know. It just looked gaudy and dumb.
It looked a lot like Roger's outfit, only it was white instead of blue. It was the Captain America outfit, just with a different color theme.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I don't know. Maybe it's the wings. Whatever.
I thought that they added the elements of the Falcon outfit with the Captain America outfit very well. I thought they mixed the two. I thought even how he used the wings along with the shield meshed really well.
Yeah. Okay. I guess. I don't know. It was too. I don't know. I didn't like it. It's just me. I didn't like it.
Okay. Well, that's fine. I mean, if you didn't like it, you didn't like it.
I wish it would have been more traditional.
Traditional how?
The traditional, like the more blue than anything else. This seemed to be more white than anything else, which kind of
it's off. I'm not going to say it.
Oh God!
Let's move
on. What else you got,
Rob?
Not saying it. The last thing I've got is so Michael Dorn
For fuck's sake.
He created quite a stir in the Twitterverse here back on April 19th. He posted a thing that said, "Just got the news, being summoned back into action. Starfleet calls." People were freaking their shit out, going, "Oh, okay, so Picard, a Picard cameo, a new project. Maybe he's getting put onto the J.J. Abrams thing. What's going on? What's going on?" All that has been debunked in terms of Paramount's come out and said, "Nope, not doing that. Nope, not doing that." Also, there was a hashtag ad on there. So a lot of people are thinking that maybe he's getting pulled in for like the Star Trek Online stuff, the online or maybe even Fleet Command, the mobile game, and doing some voice work for that because they do tend to bring characters in. They've had 7 of 9. They've had the Doctor. I think they had Janeway at one point in time. So that's what people are speculating.
So Paramount has confirmed that he's not going to be in the new season of Picard?
Okay, so they said, unless it's a red herring, they said whatever Dorn is doing, it is not related to a Paramount Plus Star Trek project. Has Picard already
it's in production.
Started shooting? Mm-hmm. Are they done?
I don't know if they're done, but it's in production.
Okay, so the only thing I can think of, if they're saying something like that, the only other thing I can think of is them basically just saying, yeah, this tweet has nothing to do with anything coming up on Paramount Plus because he's already done it. He's already filmed it. Who knows?
I don't think not.
I don't think he has.
I don't think he's done it. I think that there's probably some bad blood there for whatever reason. But in other Star Trek news, they had to shut down production of Discovery Season 4 due to COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody got exposed. So
where did they film that? Did they film? Because I know Ontario was a hotbed recently. They shut down a bunch of stuff around there.
Yeah, it might be Toronto. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's not Georgia.
Because that's where everything else gets filmed. Yeah. Everything else.
All right. Anything else, Rob?
That's it.
Who's ready for a pod crawl?
Let's do it.
Do it.
All right.
We can call it, I don't know, say a pod crawl? The pod crawl! Pod crawl! Pod crawl! Pod crawl! Excellent! Insert it deep! Pod crawl! Kind of like a space suppository full of information.
Do you like 3-hour picturesque strolls through mountainous forests? Do you like melodramatic monologues with swelling cinematic music in the background?
I do.
Do you like Shakespearean quote-offs that end in middle-aged men rolling around in the dirt?
No.
Then this is the film for you. Meet Shakespeare, a guy who talks to a mule and reenacts Macbeth poorly for a living. After one of his Shakespeare in the Park performances, he gets conscripted into the local preppers union, complete with membership brand. After having a disagreement with one of the union bosses, he decides to take off, sleeping overnight in a wrecked postal truck and rolling the corpse inside, while also violating federal law by opening mail not addressed to him. Covered in ratty clothes and carrying long-forgotten postcards from the before times, he comes across the small city-state of Pineview, where he proclaims that he's a federal employee and demands entrance and succor. The local sheriff tells him to fuck right off, but he says he has letters to deliver, so the town lets him in. Inside, they press and clean his clothes, feed him, and even throw him a courtesy fuck in exchange for a little of his man cake mix. Shakespeare, now dubbed the Postman, recruits the local used car salesman of the year as a postal carrier and moves on to the next town. Shortly after, General Douchebag arrives for his shakedown payment and decides to take the postman's new girlfriend for himself after killing her husband. However, General Summer's Eve is pushing rope, and without modern medicine to make his little peen work, he takes out his frustration on Abby's face. The 7 Ninny army catches up to the postman at the town of Benning, where the postman tries to sue for peace, but General Douchenozzle says, nah, and howitzers the place into the Stone Age. The postman grabs his baby mama, Abby, and gets the fuck out of Dodge, but not before taking a bullet to the gut. The next 6 or so months are him recovering in a small cabin in the mountains with an ever-increasingly pregnant Abby, who taunts him by putting his food out of arm's reach to get his lazy ass out of the Barcalounger. When Abby finally has enough back pain from supporting a 160-pound mooch, she torches the cabin, and they make their way back to people. They come across a young girl on the road who tells them she's Carrier 18, and then takes them back to Fort USPS, where Cadillac Man has dubbed himself Postmaster General and recruited an army of mail carriers. However, General Vinegar and Water has captured and killed some of the kids playing post office, and the pen pals are none too happy about it. But the postman has a guilty conscience and disbands the group. He and Abby then take a vacation to Bridgetown to catch a Tom Petty concert, where he's convinced to come out of retirement when an advanced scout from the Crazy Eights comes by. He reunites the band, and they head to the nearby Oregon desert to make their last stand against General Feminine Wash reference, and the armies line up, ready to do battle, when the postman reveals that he's a member of the Army of the Dumb and challenges for leadership. The two leaders roll around hugging for a while before they each make speeches to personify their black and white philosophies, and the postman gains the upper hand and wins the fight and the day. Oh, and then the dipshit formerly known as General gets shot by his former second-in-command. The postman disbands the moron militia, makes it back to Abby and his newborn child, and roll his daughter erecting a statue in his honor 40 years later to commemorate his lying and scheming for future generations to be inspired by. Credits.
All right, Postman, 1997's post-apocalyptic film by Kevin Costner. This was probably the final straw that kind of took Kevin Costner off of out of the spotlight. At this point, this is his third major epic that he directed, along with did he direct Waterworld? I think he did.
Did he direct it, or did he just make it shittier than it was?
I don't know.
I don't know, but Dances with Wolves was kind of the pinnacle of this point of Kevin Costner epics, and it was a good movie. I'll give it that. It was very scenic.
Wait. Did you?
Waterworld already came out.
Wait,
no, I knew Waterworld already came out, but
no. Did you say? I want to make sure that I understood what just came out of your mouth, because I'm not 100% sure that I did. So I want to make sure that I heard it correctly. Did you say that Dances with Wolves is a good movie?
Yes, I did.
And
I liked it.
And that's all you need to know about their opinion, everyone. That's literally all you have to know, is that they think Dances with Wolves is a good movie.
Tatanka.
A lot of people think Dances with Wolves is a good movie.
Buffalo.
Okay, well, you know what? I don't like a lot of people. So
okay, well, I mean, can't help that. But yeah, Dances with the Wolves was a good movie. Waterworld was not, and neither is this one.
He didn't direct Waterworld.
He didn't direct Waterworld. Did he produce it?
He was a producer.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, but did you think this was a good movie? I think that's a good starting point.
No,
did you think?
No, this movie was not a good movie.
No.
This movie was long. This movie was boring. This movie could have been an hour and a half easily. This movie was so fucking shallow. I don't think you could have drowned in the puddle it made.
Yeah. This movie's terrible. Objectively terrible. Like, even if you would have made this movie an hour and a half and cut out all of the bullshit for this movie, which there's a lot of bullshit that you could literally just cut out and it wouldn't change the movie, it's still not a good movie. The length just adds to the shittiness that this movie already brings to the table.
Yeah, so there are a few good points in this movie, and one of them is
the end.
Well, one of them is definitely the end, but even the ending was dumb. I mean, the fucking commemoration of a statue in a town that he never fucking visited just because he wanted to visit there at some point. And it was some sort of mythological town. I mean, everybody knew of it, but nobody believed it existed. They never explain why this town is famous or supposedly mythical. I mean, I have no idea why that was in the fucking plot to begin with. Other than they just needed some place on a shore to put a fucking statue that doesn't even have the dude's name. He never has a fucking name in the movie. They call him Shakespeare and they call him the Postman.
Yeah, he's the postman even in the credits.
Yeah, even on the fucking statue.
Wait, does he have a name in the book? You've read the book.
I have not read the book. I have read the synopsis of the book, and yes, he does have a name in the book. The book is a lot different from what I've read of the plot synopsis than this movie. And it sounds a lot more interesting. Like I don't
believe you.
There's a central AI that controls one of the towns that he comes across, called Cyclops.
Wait. So you're saying the book is actually sci-fi?
Yes. The book is
this
actually
movie's
sci-fi.
not sci-fi.
It is, but barely.
What do you mean barely? Is this less sci-fi than Mad Max?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's similar. Yeah. It's similar in its sci-fi-ness as Mad Max. It's a post-apocalyptic kind of dystopian future, right, like Mad Max.
I'm going to shoot a movie. It's going to star Rob. It's not going to be called The Postman. It's going to be loosely based on the movie The Postman. It's going to be 4 hours long. It's going to follow Rob around as he fucks his way through the apocalypse, trying to inadvertently restart the inefficient government and revive the inept fucking postal service. But instead of The Postman, it's more autobiographical. It's going to be called The Moron.
It'll make more than 20.8 million.
Fucking A.
I don't know about that.
Oh, it will.
It will.
Yeah. It'll make money.
You think?
Well, it depends. How much are you budgeting for porn?
It's just gonna be Rob fucking his way through trying to get the porn server back up.
You said fumble. You said fumble fucking. I thought you just said fucking my way through the apocalypse.
Rob,
no.
That's a totally different movie.
Rob, I don't think you could fuck your way out of a wet paper bag.
You know how strong paper bags are when they're wet?
Yes, not very.
Oh.
God.
Hey, so funny fact. I just thought I'd bring this up for random bits of useful knowledge.
Wait. No. Before you do that, I just thought of this. How did I miss this before? We would call it the porn man. And that's what he's doing. He's fucking his way through the apocalypse, trying to bring porn to the people again that have lost it because there's no power anywhere.
Again.
Is he going to reenact it?
More money.
Just like the Postman?
Yes, worse. It'll be worse because it's following Rob around, and Rob on his best day is still worse than Costner in Waterworld.
Is he going to have a sex doll named Bill that follows him everywhere?
No.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's part of the thing.
No, Steve.
No,
you know what?
We're going to call him
James.
You're going to try to put on donkey shows.
We'll call him James because James is an ass.
Okay, well, that's fair. You can call it whatever you want. You're still trying to go around the fucking apocalypse putting on donkey shows for people. Like, you're not bringing them Shakespeare. You're like, all right, who wants a donkey show?
Oh, God.
That is a totally different movie for sure. Yeah.
We call it the porn man. I love it.
Hey, fun fact. I had that issue of Playboy when I was a kid. Yeah.
What? How did you remember? How did you remember you had that?
I don't know. I recognized the cover. And go, wait, I know that. I know that cover.
Yep, the porn man. That's what I'm doing. It will make more than 20.5 million without a doubt.
Funny thing about the cover, and it's in the super secret for you, they had something on there about Playboy boldly going where no magazine has gone before. They had some sort of Star Trek article.
Oh, I remember that cover, yeah.
Yeah, the Girls of Radio. Unfortunately, I tried to look, and I couldn't find much of anything from the inside. I apologize. I have since gotten rid of that particular magazine.
Was it because the pages were sticking together?
It was. They were starting to get the pictures were getting a little blotchy.
Gross.
All right, gross. So
when you peeled them apart, they kind of rip a little bit.
I'll be right back. I got to go vomit.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
No, this movie was not good. I will give it props. It did look good. I thought the scenes and the way that they shot. I mean, Oregon's a beautiful place. There's no denying that. And even the parts that they shot in Arizona were very picturesque. The movie looks good. The soundtrack is okay. I mean, it follows the movie, and it's full of string swells and very cinematic. And the music didn't bother me. The main quabbles that I had with this movie was its pacing. It was very slow, and the minute action that actually punctuated the movie was few and far between, way too far apart. Like I said, they could have cut this movie in half and still ended up with a shit movie, but at least it wasn't wasting everybody's time or wasting it that much time. The acting was contrite. I thought the script was the good guy versus bad guy. I mean, the good guy could do no wrong. Even though he was a fucking grifter, even though he went from town to town and lied his ass off, especially whenever he found the postman's uniform, he was just looking for a fucking meal and, started this tale just to get into the town. And it deified grifting, which was odd in and of itself because he himself had said that, I don't care. He avoided people at all costs. And the one time that he didn't avoid people, he got conscripted into, a douchebaggery army. And then the bad guy was
was that part of the thing that he said he normally avoided people?
Oh yeah. At the very beginning, before he went into that settlement, he was talking to Bill and said, yeah, I know we avoid people. People are bad and blah, blah, blah. But
then why did he go to the town?
He was hungry.
He was hungry.
He didn't have any food.
But here's the thing. He said he was rich when he found, I don't know, like 3 packs
cigarettes.
of fucking Newports, right?
Yeah.
So why didn't he just go buy food from somewhere instead of doing a fucking shitty, by the way?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know why he said he was rich. I didn't see anybody smoking except for him in the fucking movie. And nobody nobody was trading for cigarettes. This isn't a fucking prison film. You would think that cigarettes at this point would be a rare commodity and be worth a lot, but
apparently not.
Yeah.
Nobody was asking for them.
Right.
And the old man, the old post office man had,
No, he wasn't an old post office man. He was an old NASA engineer.
Right. But I'm saying he was the oldest postal worker in the new postal system.
When was the last time you walked into a post office, Rob?
I don't know. Are they still up?
Yeah. They're still around. Yeah. They're just slow as fuck. Do you know why they're slow as fuck? Number one, it's because the government runs it. Number two, it's because
the government doesn't run it. I don't know why you keep saying that.
Inept personnel work there. And
You're such an idiot.
3, old. They're all old.
Right.
You're such an idiot.
But I'm saying that guy was smoking all the time.
Well, that's what they do. That's why they can't fucking.
He wasn't smoking cigarettes
in time because they take.
What was he smoking, Jason? Are you
smoking
implying
weed,
that drug
dipshit.
paraphernalia was in this?
Yeah, he was smoking weed
in front of the children.
In front of the fucking children.
Oh my gosh!
Well, these kids didn't know shit from Shinola.
Yeah, they don't know what weed is.
No, they didn't know nothing. All they knew is it was their goddamn job to get the mail from place to place. That's all they knew. And they might die doing so, but God damn it, they're going to do it.
All hail the postman.
That's so stupid. It's such a shitty premise for a movie.
Yeah, and
I don't know. I mean, the premise of the movie isn't that bad. It's about a wanderer who ends up being a hero and reunites civilization. I mean, that's.
But he doesn't. He fumble fucks his way through it. He literally He robbed his way.
So the premise isn't bad. The execution is shitty.
No, I disagree with that on the level that this guy, all he was trying to do was survive. That's it. That's all he was trying to do. At no point until the end was he really trying to do anything other than survive. And he thought he found a way to survive a little bit better. It was like he told his kind of halfway hot kind of woman, like, I only did this because I wanted to, stay fat. And so he just fumble fucks his way into this war to get rid of a warlord.
Yeah.
It's just stupid. I have a problem with that premise. If you put somebody in that position how many times during this film did they say this guy's smart? He's smart. He's smart. Like a shit ton of times they were referring to Kevin Costner being smart.
Right.
At no point did he show that he was very smart. He showed he was very well learned. He showed that he had an education.
Well, but the bad guy he was going up against was at least twice as dumb as he was.
Well, what I'm saying here is is that the Postman, Kevin Costner's character, was Rob level inept.
Yeah, and the guy he was going up against was like half of Rob.
So,
I mean, it was like if Rob had banged his head up against a wall for about a day.
If this movie had been made 10 years later, that character would not have been a copy machine salesman. He would have been in IT.
Maybe.
That's mean. That's so mean. And actually, the Postman wasn't the one that I guess he kind of roundabout brought hope or whatever, but it was Ford, Lincoln, Mercury that.
It was
absolutely. So that guy is the true hero of the story. He's the one that organized the new post office. He's the one that basically organized everything and brought hope to all of the settlements that he joined through their mail routes. He's the one that actually started fighting against Dipshit's army.
Yeah. Yeah, he was the one who took the bodies and put them in a Jeep that was on fire and then pushed the Jeep. Well,
that was an idiot move. But before then, he was spreading the pamphlets,
Yeah, he was doing propaganda. Yeah.
Well, he spelled tyranny wrong.
He did spell tyranny wrong, but I mean,
again, this is a Rob move to spell tyranny wrong. Like, there are so many
Rob
Robs
can't
in this
say
movie.
Tyranny.
There's so many Robs in this movie. I had a hard time like putting myself and the people that I know into this movie because everyone was literally Rob level stupid. And I'm just like, I don't like, it's like if Rob procreated and then those offspring had offspring and then those offspring started, to just mate within that little circle of offspring, and then they had offspring and they did the same thing, and it just kept going.
It's like if Rob's family tree was just trunk.
I think Rob left.
No, I'm just not gonna I'm not I'm not dealing with this.
Like, the hot chick in this movie's not even that hot.
No, I disagree. I think she
You don't
is.
like Olivia Williams?
She's okay. I wouldn't kick her out of bed for eating crackers.
She's in the new
Crackers was my
HBO
dog.
series, The Nevers.
Is she?
Yeah, she's not hot in that show.
Well, she's kind of older now.
Yeah,
She's
she is.
52. Yeah.
Yeah, but look, we just got done reviewing some movies with some hot older ladies in it. So I disagree with that premise. I think you can be 60 and sexy.
Oh, I agree. She's not supposed to be hot in this movie. She's a matriarch, and very prim and proper.
Well, she's supposed to be like the frontier woman, right? Like that's the whole thing. Is she's
a badass woman in this movie?
Yeah, she's tough. Like, nothing's gonna phase her. She's gonna kick her man in the ass so he goes and gets shit done. So I kind of got that aspect of it because I mean, literally in this apocalypse, everyone goes back to the Wild West for some fucking reason. So that was her job. Like, she's like, oh, you're hungry? You want some fucking meat? All right, let me go shoot the fucking horse, dumb shit.
So how long? And that was one thing I had. The timing seemed all over the place. In terms of they show go shoot the horse, and then the very next scene it's a bolt. This is it. This is all that's left.
It's not just that,
and it's like, wait, you just shot the horse.
Well, yeah, but look at his beard. You're supposed to be able to tell time through his beard.
Well, you're certainly not going to be able to tell time through her pregnancy, which typically lasts 9 months. In this case, it seemed to last much longer.
Well,
it was about 9 months.
So it was like 6-8 months in the wilderness, and 2 weeks was the rest of the movie.
It was about 6 months in the wilderness, and it was probably about 2 to 3 months for the rest of the movie. So that would have been about right.
See,
it was not 2 to 3 weeks.
I just say it was hard for me to follow the time. It was just hard for me to follow this movie. Number one, because I was not interested in it. Number two, it didn't try in any way to grab and hold my interest. And 3, there was only literally 10 seconds of boobs. Now here's the funny thing about that. I was trying to watch the movie a certain way. And when that
you say naked, we're done.
When that way stopped working, it was just paused on boobs.
And then your daughter came in and you had to have the talk.
No, it was just paused on boobs. I couldn't, I kept trying to restart the movie and wouldn't. I had to go fucking rent it.
Restart the movie.
And then
he's using air quotes. Restart them. I had to keep restarting.
Yeah. So it just nothing. This movie sucked. It's just terrible. Like this. Don't watch this movie. If you've never seen it, don't watch it. It's objectively bad. Like there's not one person on the planet who's going to say, go watch this movie. Not one.
So I got a little annoyed with some of the inconsistencies, especially at the beginning of the film. Like when they went to Benning, where the postman just happened to be, and he had, and General Dipshit had, stolen the girl from Pineview, and dragged his army to Benning. I guess they were doing their rounds for their shakedown operation. I got annoyed because once they got to Benning and were told to fuck off, and then they wanted to, sue for peace and make the deal. He said no, and then brought out these 2 fucking howitzers and a goddamn anti-aircraft gun.
Where does all the ammunition come from?
Well, not only where does the ammunition come from, why the fuck were they dragging that shit around in the first place? I didn't see it whenever they rode up. It's just they suddenly fucking appeared.
Well, not only that, but they show up and then it's we're going to blow you up, and then all of a sudden they had a fully functional camp set up and ready to go. And the time it took them to say, "Hey, we're going to blow you up," to Costner coming out and with the peace flag.
Yeah, so the pacing in the beginning was rushed, and
not even in the beginning. So right after that, he gets shot in the gut, right? Laying on the ground, he passes out. He wakes up and it's snowing, and she hasn't done anything to protect that gut yet. She hasn't tried to fix it or whatever. So are you telling me it goes from totally fine to snowing, snow on the ground, covering everything in an instant?
Well, I think
was there 2 or 3 months in between?
No. There wasn't 2 or 3 months. It was
got fixed.
It wasn't 2 or 3 months. It was probably in the same day or maybe the day after, because she had built a litter that she was dragging behind the horse. And I'm sure that she packed it with something or put some pressure on it or something. He'd just passed out. Whenever he woke up, it was a little time later and there was a snowstorm.
Yeah.
Well, assuming that these are all of Rob's ancestors in a family tree made up of just the trunk, I have to assume that their medical knowledge is about on par with their knowledge of guerrilla warfare, with their knowledge of how to sort mail, with their knowledge of basically everything they're doing in this movie. And at some point, she stopped the wound by just rubbing poop on it.
Oh, gross.
I use dirt. It's cleaner than poop.
Well, these are your ancestors, so they're just a little bit dumber than you are.
And this wasn't even a good character study. I mean, the general was a one-dimensional idiot. He claimed that he was
become general. That's the weird part.
I don't know. I mean, presumably he was the leader of some sort of militia before the war, and
but why? Why was he the leader of the militia? And how did a copy machine salesman end up in Washington to watch it burn?
Oregon.
And then make it all the way out to the west.
Yeah, and then go, I'm going to go to the other coast and just fuck shit up.
Oh, Washington, D.C. Yeah, that's right. He did say he was there.
Yeah. None of it makes sense. There's no context other than there was an apocalypse. There's no context other than there was dirty snow for a while. There's no context other than he's walking in a desert and there's a lion. And then that becomes an important piece later on that lion's still on the fucking loose. It's all just improbable, poorly written. There's not really a direction that this goes other than, idiot man good, smart man not gooder. Like that's the best way to put it. It's like, and then there's elements of racism in the movie, but then they kind of just drop that. They're like, oh yeah, we're going to use the N-word once. Then we're not going to use it anymore. Like we were going to go away from the whole racist thing. Like,
that was kind of confusing too. It was sort of a muddled message. Was it just that one dipshit who was uber racist, or was it actually the entire army? Because he was only picking the white people out of the crowd. He didn't want any black or Asian people, I think is what he said.
No, he wanted suitable ethnic foundation.
Yeah, whatever. So yeah, that was, I think that again, they didn't develop the character or the army as a character.
Are you or are you not related to Rob?
They didn't develop them very well at all. They basically kind of gave them a glossy sheen of evil and left it at that. It was surface evil only. They didn't. I mean, he was a copy machine salesman, which is fine. I mean, despots have come under more humble beginnings, I guess. But
not a copy machine salesman. I mean, like, it's literally the IT of our day. Like, that's what it is. It's not, like, it is the most ubiquitous job that any idiot can do. And I don't think any time in the future an IT guy is going to rise to be a despot ever. Not even in the apocalypse, not even in the after time.
Well, he claimed that he was this strategic genius, right? He was this hardcore general who was classically trained, as all generals should be, blah, blah, blah. And then he puts his main base in the big middle of a fucking quarry like an idiot. How in the fuck would you defend your goddamn main base in the middle of a fucking quarry from an opposing force if they decided to move in on you? That was a dumb shit move. I don't understand that.
Dealing with people who put Tom Petty in charge of something.
I don't know. I think I'd put Tom Petty in charge of my settlement. That might be a fun settlement to live in.
That would not be a fun settlement. That'd be a shit settlement like all the other settlements we've seen so far. Like, why would you put Tom Petty in charge? Like, Tom Petty's music's okay. All right. I don't want to disparage the dead. It's okay music. But Tom Petty, I wouldn't put any famous person in charge of anything in the apocalypse. I would tell them to just get in the fucking back of the line and try not to fuck shit up. Nobody gives a shit anymore about any of the stupid things that come out of your fucking mouth.
So,
all right.
I can see how Tom Petty would be in a leadership position in a settlement like that. So in a city state is basically what these little settlements have organized themselves into, because, you know, celebrity personalities are very charismatic, and depending upon the celebrity personality, they may have a head for mediation, which is basically what a good politician does is they mediate problems. They mediate problems and come up with solutions to those problems. But they also listen to advisors. So, I mean, they're not doing it alone. A good leader will also listen to advice from people who are subject matter experts on shit that they don't know about. So if he's that kind of person,
no, you've convinced me. I'm going to be a despot in the fucking apocalypse.
Despots are different.
I'm just telling.
I was not describing a despot.
I know you weren't, but you've convinced me that that's what I'm going to be because I don't want to follow Tom fucking Petty.
Would you follow Bear Grylls?
No, fuck that that's fake fucking shit. No, absolutely not. No, I will be a despot. All right, and I may just be in charge of one other fucking person.
Jeez.
Give a fuck.
He's a despot. You get Giovanni Ribisi. That's what your army would be made out of.
Who?
The dude that got shanked at the beginning. Giovanni Ribisi, bandit number 20. The one that was just trying to prove himself constantly.
All right. Whatever. I don't care who I'm in charge of. I'll probably kill him and then just be a hermit. Be a fucking despot of one. I don't give a shit.
And then he claimed that he was
the gas station at his territory.
And then he claimed that he was the leader of a feudal system. And I don't know if he knows what the fucking feudal system is, but what he was doing was not feudalism.
No.
I don't. It's very apparent that he didn't know a whole lot about anything.
And I don't know if they intended for the character to come across like that, or if the writer just didn't know what the fuck they were talking about.
Why does it have to be either or?
Because if the writer intended for the character to come across that way, then that was actually a decent write for that character, although they could have expounded upon that a little bit more and made it a little bit more obvious instead of making it ambiguous enough to where I'm questioning the writer's intelligence rather than the character's intelligence.
I'm questioning all of it. All of it. I'm also questioning why it's on the list. I'm questioning why you made us watch it. I'm questioning why I went along with it and watched it. At this point, I'm questioning a lot of things. Jason's like, decisions were made. All right. Regrets. Yes, I have many. All right. I'm thoroughly disappointed. My day is ruined.
Hey, look, it's sci-fi. It's classified as science fiction. We can't just put all the good sci-fi on the list. I mean, we wouldn't even agree on all the good sci-fi on the list. We got to take the good with the bad, and this is an example of the bad.
Like, this is very bad.
I don't know why we're poo-pooing all over this thing. I mean, it won 5 awards.
It did, and they were all Razzies.
From the Razzies. It won first, worst actor, worst director, worst picture, worst screenplay, and worst original song.
Who wrote the screenplay? And why are they shitting on the songs?
Eric Roth and Brian Hegeland.
Yeah, those two.
I don't know.
I thought from writing screenplays.
I thought the music was pretty good.
It's the one thing in the music I enjoyed. Shit on.
Yeah, and I enjoyed I enjoyed the bluegrass spin that they put on some songs, during the dance. I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, I didn't care. I just felt like that was a throwaway moment too. In fact, the whole movie was a throwaway moment. There's a lot of little throwaway moments all in a row for 3 hours.
3 fucking hours. Yeah.
I wanted to hang myself with a shoestring by the time this movie was over.
Yeah. So what's doing a little bit of just reading here. Come to find out, Costner passed up the lead role of Air Force One. Good in the Postman.
Good. Look, I think Kevin Costner is a fine actor. I think he's a good actor normally, but this was, I sat here going, is this really Kevin fucking Costner acting this? Like, is this an alimony money movie? Like,
no, he wanted to do this. In fact, the author of the book's wife wanted Kevin Costner to play this character.
That's only because she thought she'd get fucked by Kevin Costner.
No, if she liked Field of Dreams.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Well, Field of Dreams is a great movie.
That is not directed by Kevin Costner.
No, but it's acted by Kevin Costner. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I think a lot of actors, when they take passion projects, like, I want to do this, and I'm going to direct this, and I want to do this. Like, let's look at that fucking L. Ron Hubbard masterpiece that fucking John Travolta did.
But that was based off a shittier book, too. I mean,
well, I'm just saying. All I'm saying is, like, they shouldn't be. Actors should just not be allowed to do passion projects. Can you name one passion project that has gone well for an actor?
John Travolta did that project a lot because he was doing it on a Scientology basis, too.
Well, I get that. I understand that he's been brainwashed by L. Ron Hubbard's bullshit. I get it. I 100% understand that. But can you name a passion project that an actor has done that has panned out well?
I mean, I'm sure there are. What was that? What was that Ben Affleck movie that he wrote and directed?
Daredevil?
No, God, no.
Hard Rain.
No, it was
Good Will Hunting. I like Good Will Hunting. Don't shit.
Good Will Hunting was a good movie, and he actually co-wrote that. So
yeah, I like Ben Affleck. He's done some shit. I get it. But I like Ben Affleck. I like Matt Damon. I don't know why they get a lot of shit. I mean, I do. I get it, but I still like them.
Oh, what was that movie? I can't.
I guess I should say established actors and passion projects. Have they done a passion project where it's turned out really well? Like, people are like, fuck yeah, maybe Tom Hanks and Band of Brothers.
Yeah, did he?
But I don't think he
didn't write.
direct
He
it.
didn't.
I think he produced that.
Yeah, he was
Argo.
a producer.
I'm thinking Argo. So Argo was a really good movie.
Oh, that was great.
That was directed by Ben Affleck. That was one of his passion projects.
All right. Well, then I take it, but there's one. So there is an exception to the rule. But the rule should be like actors, if you have a passion project, like maybe let somebody else look at it first.
Wait, Deadpool.
Okay, exception to the rule. Exception to the rule.
I was going to say, if that isn't a passion
that was
project,
a passion.
I don't know what is.
Okay, again, exception to the rule.
So it may be that most passion projects don't end up well, but I mean, there are a few that actually take off, and I think they're great for it. I think, and that may be the problem on a passion project, is because you're so passionate about it, you may be clouded to the point that you don't recognize this is not going to work out very well.
Yeah, this didn't work out well at all. There's not any redeeming part of this movie. From beginning to end, it is trash. From beginning to end, it is boring. From beginning to end, it is shallow. From beginning to end, you will want to literally stab your eyes out with whatever sharp utensil is next to you. Please, for the love of God, do not watch this fucking movie.
Oh, come on. It wasn't that bad. I mean, it wasn't Space 100%. Truckers bad.
I would watch Space Truckers over this piece of shit.
I'd watch Metropolis again.
I would too. And here's why, because Metropolis and Space Truckers together combined is less runtime than this fucking movie.
I don't know. It depends on what version of Metropolis you watch.
The full version of Metropolis is close to 3 hours.
Well, I would never watch the full version of Metropolis, even if my life depended on it. I would watch the one that, we're missing some footage because of, World War II or whatever. Oh, sorry.
All right, James, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Is this post-apocalyptic romp through the mountains of Oregon, The Postman, more sci-fi than 11/22/63?
So in 11/22/63, there was a closet. And in that closet, you were able to time travel to the past. And in this movie, The Postman, I wish it was still in the fucking closet and would never see the light of day. Yes, 11/22/63, more sci-fi than this piece of shit movie, The Postman.
Rob, you got a haiku for us this week?
Yeah, I do. This haiku is titled Good Semen. Hey, Mr. Postman, do you want a bone tonight? Mad Max, less sci-fi.
Well done, sir.
Thank you.
Good semen.
Thank you.
Oh, all right. Who's got awards?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Rob, who's got your black lung?
I'm giving it to Costner for getting rich with cigarettes and then proceeding to burn through his cigarettes.
Cigarettes, right. Yeah.
All right, James?
Colonel Getty's getting my Black Lung Award for smoking a stogie.
All right. Well, I'm not going to give that idiot douchebag any awards. So mine's going to go to the ham radio operator. I can't remember his name, but the old guy at the postal unit for smoking some wacky tobacco. All right, James, who's got your head lush?
Dances with Wolves gets my head lush because he was drinking God only knows how old booze off of a dead body.
Yeah, I don't know that there would be any booze left in that flask.
He said thank you. He took a swig and said thank you.
Oh, I know. I know that they said he drank some booze. I'm just questioning if the booze wouldn't have evaporated at that point.
Well, I'm questioning a lot of things about this movie, and
I don't think there would be. I don't think there'd be any naphtha left in that lighter either.
Oh, okay. Well, he still gets my fucking head lush award. What do you want from me,
Rob?
I'm giving it actually to the postal worker for having hooch while he was doing his route.
Which one was
the
that?
The dead postal worker. The dead postal worker.
Yeah, the dead one. The one that he took it off of. He gets it.
Yeah. He's getting it in.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's a good one.
He's getting it. I mean,
drinking on the job.
Yeah.
Drinking and driving. Maybe that's why he's on the side of the fucking
that's
road.
Why he ended up. Yeah, that's why he ended up in the ditch.
Jeez. Yeah, mine's going to go to Kevin Costner for drinking imaginary booze out of a dead man's flask. All right, Rob, who's got your player?
This one goes to Abby for measuring up a man for some baby making and making sure he's got good semen.
I knew you were going to go that route.
Oh, hell yeah.
James?
I knew you were going to go that route.
Yeah.
James, who's got yours?
So because I don't want to get canceled, I won't say that it's the general for, he doesn't have any game. He knows he doesn't have game. So he's just going to take what he wants. He could kill the husband, take what he wants, and then still not get laid because, he can't get it up. And so instead of taking a little blue pill, which they didn't have because, apocalypse, he just beats the shit out of her. That he is not getting my player award because I don't want to get canceled. So
you do know just by saying I don't want to get canceled and then saying it doesn't make it okay.
No, sure it does. Instead, I'm going to give it to Dances with Wolves for, plowing another guy's wife. Attaboy.
All right, so mine's going to go to Abby, just like Rob, because she really wanted Kevin Costner's man cake mix.
Man cake mix. He did. He called it man cake mix.
Fuck. That's so gross.
That's gross.
Protein
man cake.
James, who's got your purple hippo?
Purple hippo's going to you for coming up with the term man cake mix.
I ain't come up with it. I've read it a long time ago.
My purple hippo award is going to go to the studio that greenlit this piece of shit, the producers that wanted to be involved with this piece of shit, the screenwriters who wrote this piece of shit, the actors who read the script and then agreed to be in this piece of shit, and then everybody who went to the theater and spent $20.5 million to watch this 3-hour piece of shit. And then to whichever asshole put it on the list so that I had to spend 3 hours to watch this piece of shit.
That'd be Rob.
Rob,
was it me?
I think it
was. No,
you.
See, because
your name is on the list.
I know my name is on it, but I think it was because you forced it.
No, Rob.
No, he forced it because I brought up Waterworld. I brought up Waterworld at some point in time.
So you're going to be responsible when we have to watch that piece of shit.
No, I am responsible for that one. I brought it up as a joke, and I think Red went with it and said, "No, it's going on the list."
This is all Rob's fault. Rob just wants to. Rob's like, this is what would happen.
You know what? I'm going to find that episode. I'm going to find that episode where it was me saying it in jest and Red going, "Nope, it's on the list," and Jason going, "Yeah, we're putting it on the list, and this is your fault."
Previously on Smoking and Drinking in Space.
Back to the Future 3 got a 7.4.
What?
Iron Giant got a solid 8. I like Iron Giant.
Giant's good.
It is. What about Waterworld? You guys should put that on your list.
Waterworld.
No, he's not going to do it because I like Waterworld and he doesn't.
Do it.
You're never too young to start smoking.
So I guess Waterworld, by our definition of sci-fi, would classify because it's a post-apocalyptic movie.
As would The Postman.
As would The Postman, technically.
Listen to him. Oh, God, the Kevin Costner. No. If it was that baseball thing, you'd watch it. You'd like it.
Hey, Field of Dreams was a great movie.
See? My God.
Baseball thing. You say it with such venom.
You support the Yankees.
Right.
That's just wrong.
What?
That's just wrong.
You and I are done.
Hey, it's not like I said I'm a Red Sox fan.
Oh, well, yeah, you'd have to sleep with one eye open if you said that. Yep.
Exactly. It was future punishment is what it was.
Yeah, well, now I had to get punished because you're an idiot.
Well, I think the only one that got out of this easy was Red.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, he dodged a bullet, right?
He dodged the bullet.
Yeah. Wow.
Twice. Because Waterworld's still out there.
Wow.
My Purple Hippo, I'm going to give it to Costner because literally 2 minutes into the movie, he is seeing cars and talking to himself and watching TV.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think Costner is going to go and get mine as well. He gets brained enough in this movie that he's got to have some fucking long-term brain injuries. That may be why they didn't put his name on the statue, is because he couldn't remember his name at this point.
He didn't know what his name was.
He probably didn't know what his name was. He'd been hit in the head so many times. So
nobody ever asked him his name in the movie. That's the weird thing.
Yeah. So Costner's going to get mine as well. All right. Well, that brings us to picking our next movie. Who picked the number last time?
James picked the number last time.
All right. Well, James doesn't get to pick the number this time because that was a shitty fucking number.
All right.
All right, Rob. You've got...
Look, in no way, shape, or form am I going to take the fucking blame for this movie, okay? None. It shouldn't have been on the list to begin with. This is all 100% Rob's fault.
All right, Rob, you have to pick a number between 1 and 152.
Oh, let's go with 20.
20. All right, James, tell me when to stop.
Let it go for a little bit. Get it real nice and mixed up.
Stop.
All right.
Next week, we are...
I swear to Christ, if the words Waterworld come out of his mouth, I will literally drive to Texas and beat you within an inch of your life, Rob.
Hey, at least I'll get to see you.
Can you literally beat you to death.
Can you take me to dinner first?
No, I will beat you to death until you die from it. And then I will resuscitate you and then kill you again and do so as many times as necessary until your penance is paid for this bullshit.
Can we watch Waterworld while you do it?
God, I fucking hate you. I'll have to because I won't have time to actually watch it.
No, you won't.
Or the show.
Such a dick.
All right, so next week we're going to be watching the movie where an accidental cross-time radio link connects father and son across 30 years. The son tries to save his father's life, but then must fix the consequences. This stars Dennis Quaid and Jim Caviezel.
Caviezel.
And Sean Doyle. It is 2000's Frequency.
Not a dumb movie.
It's not bad.
Spawned a TV show.
Did it really?
Yeah. There was a TV show. Yeah.
It didn't do well.
Don't put that on the list, please.
No.
Is it sci-fi?
Fuck! Rob, you're such an asshole. You're an asshole, Rob. You are a fucking asshole.
If it gets put on the list, it is so on Jason.
It's on Jason so much. I hate you, Rob.
You're the one that said it was a TV show. It's going on the list.
Rob, you are the fucking postman of podcasting. That is what you are. You are the postman of podcasting.
No.
God, I fucking hate you.
No,
fuck off, Rob.
It's on the list.
Oh, it better have your name next to it.
No, it's going to have your name next to it.
No, neither one of us wanted it on the list.
It doesn't matter. You're the one that brought it to our attention.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Damn. We can't find it. It's not available.
Yeah, it's available out there somewhere. I guarantee you. I'll find it. All right, well, everyone. Well, that's all we've got for this week. Our intro and outro music is Welcome Home by Cambo. Podcrawl music is Snack Mix by Machette.
No.
If you like the show, please rate and review us on iTunes. You can leave us feedback on our Discord channel at smokinganddrinkinginspace.com/Discord.
Shit.
On Twitter at @Status_podcast, or you can email us at smokinganddrinkinginspace@outlook.com. If you'd like to throw a few nickels our way, you can become a Patreon supporter by going to smokinganddrinkinginspace.com/Patreon. And make sure to visit Creative Brain Candy for more great shows and other creative works at creativebraincandy.com. For this week, I'm Jason.
How do you spell tyranny?
It's definitely got an EY, Rob.
Yeah, that's definitely really all you need to know about Rob. This episode, this movie, and literally anything that Rob's doing. But yeah, that's it.
And we'll talk to you next week.
God, I hate you so much, Rob. You fucking suck.
Damn it.
I'm giving it to your mom extra hard tonight.